Europe, which is the largest Christian-dominated continent in the world. However, most of the countries in this continent are moving on the path of secularism. Some countries are losing their own existence while moving on the path of secularism. Before this video, we had made another video related to the same topic, in which we had mentioned the 10 countries with the largest Muslim population in Europe. If you have not seen that video yet, then please watch it by clicking on the I button above. In the previous video, we talked about Muslim-dominated countries of Europe, but in today's video, we will talk about Muslim-dominated European cities. So in today's video, we are going to show you 10 European cities with the largest Muslim population in 2024. But before starting the video, I want to request you, we put our best efforts to create our every single video. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Number 10. Marseille, France. Known to the ancient Greeks and Romans as Massalia, Marseille was the most important trading center in the region and the main commercial port of the French Republic. Marseille is now France's largest city on the Mediterranean coast and the largest port for commerce, freight, and cruise ships. The population of Marseille in 2024 is estimated to be 870,731. There is an estimated 20 to 25% of the population that is Muslim, around 241,500 living in Marseille. There is an estimated 70,000 Jewish people living in Marseille, about 7% of the population. This is based on various sources, including a 2000 to 2001 survey of high school students that found 30 to 40% of young people had a Muslim background. Muslims are concentrated in the city's working-class north districts and in the 3rd arrondissement. Most Muslim immigrants to Marseille come from the Maghreb and Comoro Islands. The arrival of Comorants in the 1980s and 1990s had a significant impact on the city's culture and society. There are 73 prayer spaces in Marseille, including 10 in the city center. The city's Muslim community has been promised a grand mosque since 2001, but it has yet to be built. The influence of the Muslim population is evident in various aspects of Marseille's culture, including its cuisine, markets, and religious institutions. The city's Muslim community has grown primarily due to immigration from North Africa, particularly Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia, starting in the mid-20th century during France's colonial period and continuing into the present day. In summary, Marseille's Muslim population is large, diverse, and primarily rooted in North African immigration, contributing to the city's rich cultural mix while also facing distinct social and economic challenges. Number 9. Amsterdam, Netherlands. As one of the most famous cities in the world, Amsterdam is synonymous with vibrant culture, rich history, inclusiveness, and beautiful canals. Since its construction in the 17th century, the Amsterdam Canal Ring has grown into one of the most unique urban landscapes in the world. In 2023, Amsterdam saw a record-breaking number of visitors, with 8.87 million people visiting the city. Some people who visit this city like it so much that they settle there. The population of Amsterdam in 2024 is projected to be 1.2 million, about 15% of Amsterdam's population, or around 150,000 people, identify as Muslim. Most Muslims in Amsterdam are of Turkish or Moroccan descent. Muslims are concentrated in urban areas, especially the major cities of Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague, and Utrecht. The Muslim population also includes recent immigrants and asylum seekers from other countries, including Iran, Iraq, Somalia, Syria, Afghanistan, Albania, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Although the numbers I showed you have not been officially confirmed yet, but these numbers may be even higher. A large portion of Amsterdam's Muslim population comes from Morocco, particularly from rural areas, arriving during the labor migration waves of the 1960s and 1970s. Another significant group comes from Turkey, brought to the Netherlands as guest workers in the same period as the Moroccan immigrants. In recent decades, Amsterdam has also seen an influx of Muslims from countries like Somalia, Pakistan, and Iraq, as well as some from former Dutch colonies like Indonesia and Suriname. Amsterdam is home to several mosques, many of which were established by Turkish and Moroccan communities. Some notable mosques include the Westermoskee or Western Mosque, which is one of the largest in the Netherlands, and the Al-Kabir Mosque. The city has a variety of smaller community mosques as well. Like other European cities, Amsterdam faces challenges related to the social and economic integration of its Muslim population. While many Muslims are well integrated into Dutch society, others, particularly among newer immigrants and lower-income groups, face issues such as unemployment, educational disparities, and social exclusion. The Muslim community contributes significantly to the cultural diversity of Amsterdam. The city's streets reflect this with halal restaurants, shops, and cultural festivals. Events like Eid al-Fitr are celebrated in some neighborhoods, and there are Muslim student organizations in Amsterdam's universities. Discussions around the integration of Muslims have been a topic of political debate in Amsterdam, as in the rest of the Netherlands. Issues like the wearing of the hijab or niqab, the construction of mosques, and immigration policies frequently arise in Dutch public discourse. Despite some tensions, Amsterdam is generally seen as a multicultural city that celebrates diversity. Number 8. Birmingham, United Kingdom. Birmingham remains the chief center of Britain's light and medium industry and is still sometimes described as the city of 1001 different trades. The key to its economic success was the diversity of its industrial base, though it has been principally concerned with the metal and engineering trades. With our high street, the Mailbox, Bullring, Grand Central, the world's largest Primark, Independence, vintage shops, and so much more, there really is something for everyone. Birmingham's Bullring is also one of the largest shopping centers in Europe and has been the place to shop since the Middle Ages. The population of Birmingham, the second largest city in the United Kingdom, was around 1.15 million in 2022, out of a total population of around 2.95 million for the West Midlands metropolitan county. In 2021, 29.9% of Birmingham residents described themselves as Muslim, up from 21.8% in 2011. The rise of 8.0 percentage points was the largest increase of all broad religious groups in Birmingham. 57% of Birmingham Muslims were born in the UK, while 26% were born in Southern Asia. 71% of Birmingham Muslims speak English as their primary language, while 7% speak Urdu, 4% speak Bengali, and 4% speak Arabic. The 2021 census says there are more than 341,000 Muslims in Birmingham. Although these figures are from 3 years ago, this number will be even higher now. Muslims in Birmingham are active in both local and national politics, with many Muslim representatives in local government. There are ongoing discussions about issues such as integration, Islamophobia, and community relations, but Birmingham is often seen as a city that successfully embraces its diversity. Birmingham has a vast number of mosques, reflecting the city's large Muslim population. The majority of Muslims in Birmingham come from Pakistan or have Pakistani ancestry. This group forms a significant part of the city's population. The city's Muslim population also includes communities from Somalia, India, Afghanistan, Yemen, and North Africa, among others. Number 7. Brussels, Belgium. This beautiful city is not only the gourmet capital, it's also the capital of Europe. EU institutions like the European Commission, the European Council, Council of the European Union, and European Parliament call Brussels home. Brussels's 2024 population is now estimated at 2.1 million. In 1950, the population of Brussels was 1.4 million. Brussels has grown by 10,186 in the last year, which represents a 0.48% annual change. These population estimates and projections come from the latest revision of the UN World Urbanization Prospects. The Muslim population in Brussels is estimated to be around 25% of the city's population. More than 300,000 people follow Islam in Brussels, according to 2024 reports. The largest group within Brussels' Muslim community is of Moroccan origin, primarily from the Rif region. Moroccans were part of the large wave of immigrant workers who came to Belgium during the 1960s and 1970s. Brussels is home to many mosques and Islamic cultural centers, reflecting the city's diverse Muslim population, including the Great Mosque of Brussels, located in Cinquantenaire Park. This is the oldest mosque in Belgium and serves as a prominent Islamic institution. Numerous smaller neighborhood mosques, serving different ethnic communities such as Moroccan, Turkish, and African Muslims. The Muslim population in Brussels contributes to the city's cultural and social diversity. Halal restaurants, shops, and markets are common in areas with a large Muslim presence. The presence of a large Muslim population has sparked political and social debates in Belgium, particularly around issues such as immigration, integration, and Islamophobia. The hijab and other expressions of religious identity have been points of contention, particularly in the context of Belgium's secularism and laws around religious symbols in public spaces. Number 6. Rotterdam, Netherlands. Rotterdam is a young, dynamic city known for its modern architecture and impressive harbor. Although only a fraction smaller than Amsterdam, it has a completely different look and feel than the capital. Rotterdam of Netherlands is largely famous for shipbuilding. Rotterdam's economy is still almost based on shipping. The port lies at the heart of the densely populated and industrialized triangle of London, Paris, and the German Ruhr district, and at the mouths of two important rivers, the Rhine and the Meuse. The population of the Rotterdam metro area in 2024 is projected to be more than 1 million. It is estimated that the number of Muslims in Rotterdam approximates 13% of its population. Half of the Muslim population has Turkish roots, while a quarter is of Moroccan descent and the rest are from a variety of backgrounds, including Surinamese, Bosnian, Indonesian, and Pakistani. An estimated 150,000 or more people follow Islam in Rotterdam. The Muslim community in Rotterdam contributes significantly to the city's cultural landscape. Halal shops, markets, and restaurants are common, particularly in areas with large Muslim populations. The city's food culture, including kebabs, couscous, and Turkish baklava, reflects the influence of the Muslim community. Islamic festivals like Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha are widely celebrated, with large gatherings and community events, often taking place in mosques or public spaces. These celebrations enhance the multicultural atmosphere of Rotterdam. Rotterdam has a reputation for being a city that embraces diversity, though it has also faced tensions surrounding the integration of immigrant communities. Issues such as Islamophobia, debates over the wearing of religious attire, and the construction of new mosques occasionally spark public debate. Despite these challenges, Rotterdam's Muslim community is increasingly active in politics and social life. Number 5. Berlin, Germany. Berlin, the capital city of Germany, is renowned for its exceptional range of landmarks, vibrant cultural scene, and way of life that somehow all go yet relaxed. In fact, the city is best known for its striking contrasts. As of June 30, 2023, Berlin, Germany's capital city, had a population of 3.87 million people. This makes it the most populated city in Germany and the European Union. Berlin also has an estimated Muslim population of 420,000, which is about 11% of the city's population. The largest group of Muslims in Berlin comes from Turkey or has Turkish ancestry. Many of them arrived as part of the labor migration programs called Gastarbeiter during the 1960s and 1970s. Berlin is home to a significant portion of Germany's Turkish population. A growing number of Muslims in Berlin come from Arab and Jewish countries, including Syria, Lebanon, and Israel-Palestine territory, many of whom have arrived as refugees in recent years. The Turkish and Arab communities, in particular, have introduced rich cultural elements to Berlin, including Turkish cuisine, markets, and cultural festivals. Berlin's annual Ramadan celebrations in certain neighborhoods have become an integral part of the city's cultural landscape. Many Muslims in Berlin are well integrated into the city's economy and social life, with active participation in various sectors such as business, education, healthcare, and politics. However, some sections of the Muslim population, especially newer immigrants and refugees, face challenges related to unemployment, poverty, and social exclusion. The integration of Muslims in Berlin has been a topic of public debate, especially in the context of Germany's refugee policy and broader European discussions on immigration. Issues such as Islamophobia, religious identity, and the presence of hijabs in public life are sometimes contentious, though Berlin is generally known for its openness and acceptance of diversity. Despite occasional tensions, the Muslim community is increasingly involved in politics and civil society. There are Muslim representatives in local government and activism within the community around issues such as equal rights and integration. Number 4. London, United Kingdom. London is considered the cultural capital of the world, along with New York. It has a thriving theater district, museums, festivals, and lifestyle. London has a rich history with many famous sites and icons, including Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and the Houses of Parliament. London is a leading business center, attracting the most foreign investment of any city in the world. This is the basic information about London. Now let's move on to the topic of the video. The population of London is estimated to be around 8.8 million people. This makes it the largest city in the UK, and more than 3 times larger than the next largest cities of Manchester and Birmingham. In 2019, there were estimated to be approximately 1.3 million Muslims living in London, or 15% of London's population, making it the region of England and Wales with the highest Muslim population. Bangladeshi is the largest Muslim ethnic group in London, particularly concentrated in the East End, especially the London borough of Tower Hamlets. A significant portion of London's Muslims come from Pakistan, particularly in areas such as Newham and Waltham Forest. There are an estimated 1,500 mosques in the United Kingdom, including many in London. Sadiq Khan, a British Pakistani Muslim, was elected mayor of London in 2016, becoming the first Muslim mayor of a major Western capital. His election highlighted the integration of Muslims into London's political life and the city's embrace of diversity. There are also many Muslim MPs, councillors, and activists working on issues related to equal rights, social justice, and community cohesion. While many Muslims in London are well integrated into the city's social and economic fabric, others, particularly recent immigrants or lower-income groups, face challenges related to housing, education, and employment. Number 3. Paris, France. Since the 17th century, Paris has been one of the world's major centers of finance, diplomacy, commerce, culture, fashion, and gastronomy. For its leading role in the arts and sciences, as well as its early and extensive system of street lighting, in the 19th century, it became known as the City of Light. As of January 2023, the population of Paris, France, was 2.1 million people. The population of the Paris area, which includes the suburbs, is 10.7 million. The Muslim population in the Paris metropolitan area is estimated to be 15% of the area's population, or around 1.7 million people. The largest Muslim group in Paris comes from Algeria, Morocco, and Tunisia. These groups form the majority of Paris' Muslim population, having migrated to France during the 20th century. A growing number of Muslims in Paris come from countries like Mali, Senegal, and Guinea. Many of them also arrived as immigrants during the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Paris is home to numerous mosques and prayer spaces that serve the city's Muslim population. Many smaller mosques and prayer rooms are scattered throughout Paris and its suburbs, particularly in neighborhoods with large Muslim populations. Some of these are housed in converted spaces, such as community centers or basements. Many Muslims in Paris attend public schools, though the ban on religious symbols in French schools has been controversial. Islamic education is also available through weekend schools or at mosques, where students learn about Islam and Arabic. Paris is home to a few Islamic private schools that offer both religious and secular education. Higher education institutions in Paris are seeing more Muslim students, with a growing emphasis on integrating into professional fields such as law, medicine, and business. Number 2. Moscow, Russia. Today, Moscow is not only the political center of Russia but also the country's most populous city and its industrial, cultural, scientific, and educational capital. For more than 600 years, Moscow also has been the spiritual center of the Russian Orthodox Church. Some people think that Moscow, which is the capital of Russia, is not in Europe, but it is not so. Moscow is connected to both Asia and Europe. As of January 1, 2023, the population of Moscow was over 13.1 million people. The population of the Moscow metropolitan area is over 21.5 million people. Moscow, Russia has a large Muslim population, with estimates 2.5 million Muslim people. Moscow's Muslim community is ethnically diverse, consisting of various groups from across Russia and beyond. Tatars, historically the largest Muslim ethnic group in Russia, many Tatars have lived in Moscow for centuries. Tatars are of Turkic origin, and they form a significant portion of Moscow's Muslim population. Large numbers of Muslims come from the North Caucasus region, particularly Chechnya, Dagestan, and Ingushetia. These groups migrated to Moscow in significant numbers after the wars in Chechnya in the 1990s and 2000s. Many Muslims in Moscow come from Azerbaijan, a former Soviet republic with a majority Muslim population. Azerbaijanis are active in business and trade in the city. There are many Muslims from Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan who have migrated to Moscow primarily for work. These communities tend to be involved in construction, service industries, and other manual labor sectors. There are 6 large mosques in Moscow, as well as 20 smaller mosques scattered throughout the city. In addition to the major mosques, there are numerous smaller mosques and prayer rooms spread throughout the city, especially in areas with high Muslim populations. However, the number of mosques is considered insufficient for the size of the Muslim community, particularly during major Islamic holidays like Eid, when streets around mosques are often packed with worshippers. Number 1. Istanbul, Turkey. The placement of Istanbul on 2 continents, Europe and Asia, is the most crucial attribute that separates it from other tourist attractions. As a result of the short Bosphorus Strait, Istanbul links 2 major continents. Istanbul, Turkey's largest city, had a population of almost 15.7 million in 2023. This makes it the most populated province in Turkey and the most crowded city in the country. Over 90% of Istanbul's population is Muslim, with Sunni Muslims making up the majority. Alevism is the second largest religious group in Istanbul. In Istanbul, Islam plays a central role in daily life and culture, though the city is also home to people of other religions, including Christians and Jews. Turkey is officially a secular state, and this secularism is evident in Istanbul's public life. While Islam is central to the city's identity, the state maintains separation between religion and government. This secular framework, established by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk in the early 20th century, means that religious expression in Istanbul is often balanced with modern, secular traditions. However, in recent years, there has been a resurgence of public expressions of Islamic identity, particularly under the leadership of the Justice and Development Party, led by Recep Tayyip Erdogan. This has included the conversion of Hagia Sophia back into a mosque and an increase in visible religious practices in public spaces. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.